I'm getting old. I can't see anymore. Or maybe that's the alcohol. Buddies, it's a late night show. What'd you say? You want to drink some booze? I thought you'd never ask. Oh, yeah. Oh, what a night. I go to the fucking... Hold on a second here. Pull out the hairdo extraordinaire. We got a burger joint by me. It's called All American. This is the place of American legend. You understand? You bring your hot rod down there. You bring your cigarettes. You have an all-American greasy hamburger. Vanilla shake. French fries. You understand this? Okay? I know we got some people from England over there. I don't know what you guys eat over there. Fish and chips. This is something I'm like, this is horrendous. What? Come over here and go to a classic all-American burger joint. You got chicks on roller skates. You got hot rods. We're talking about backward. Now they're all imports. But we're talking about, yeah, guys, you understand what it was like in the 60s, all right? The 70s? We're talking about big blocks all over the place. You ever hear the rumble of a big block going through glass-packed mufflers? Oh, my God. I'm coming. Now I go to the fucking burger joint in my fucking 2001 Mazda. All right? You want me to rev up that little 3-liter V6? I'll do it. I got news for you. You know, I sleep on my little Mazda, but it's got a little V6 in it, okay? Designed by Porsche. Ford bought the design from Porsche. It's got a Cosworth heads. Like the heads were designed by Cosworth. We're talking about what? This is like a little Swiss watch underneath the hood. Yeah, nobody knows about it. Mazda 6, baby. Ford then packed it into a Mazda. And I mean, we're talking about dual overhead cam. You kidding me? You go to change the oil, you take the oil cap off, you could see the timing chain right there. I'm like, boy, oh boy, if I knew anybody with a Mazda 6, I could fuck them tender. Just open up their oil cap, take a handful of sand, just be like... I don't know why. I don't know why. That little engine pulls up and down. I don't think I've ever experienced a car, like a passenger car that I've driven every day, a daily drive, that was that fast. That fast. A little rocket. You kidding me? It's got a bearing noise, you know. That'll give you a fucking splitting headache at highway speed. Yeah, it's all right. My wife tells me, you have to fix that noise. I said, listen to me. You know, women are so fucking dumb. Her car makes a noise here, a noise there. You gotta fix this. You gotta fix that. You gotta fix it. I said, here's a person that never worked on a car in their goddamn life. Okay? When things break, let me tell you something right now. Your car starts making little noises, you turn the fucking radio up. I don't fix the car until it won't drive anymore. And that's what you're supposed to do. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I learned that lesson on my Dodge pickup truck. Are you kidding me? I had a wheel bearing that was making a whirring noise. As you drive, I said, let me change the wheel bearing. Wound up having to change the axle, the axle seals, pulling out the entire differential, pulling both axles out from either side, replacing half the four-wheel drive unit. Oh, it fucked me tender. $700 later. Fucking hunk of shit. That fucking pickup truck, that Dodge pickup truck was like... Anyhow. I tell my wife, tonight, we go to All American Burger. Okay? As many times as I've gone to All American Burger, there's something that I've never done before. And I said, tonight's the night where it happens. They got All American here, and right next door. Number one, I've kicked up my hamburger intake to two double doubles, quarter pounders with cheese. As I eat these, I can feel my prostate inflating like a raft. Oh, it's great. It's great. By the time I'm done eating, it's like I'm sitting on a couch. Well, why did this car get so comfortable all of a sudden? Oh, that's your prostate. Yeah. Anyhow. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. So, next door to All American is a fucking old-fashioned ice cream parlor. All right? And the one thing I never even thought about doing in my life is like going to All American and eating like the fucking slob that I am. And then I won't even look at the ice cream parlor. I said, all right, you just ate like a gavone. There's no reason to put ice cream on. You had a vanilla shake! A vanilla shake! Now you're going to eat ice cream? I never even thought about it. My mission tonight was to go to All American and then go to the old-fashioned ice cream parlor. Bada Ming. Who's in, buddies? Who's in? It's the kind of night, let me tell you something right now. Normally the guilt would, this is how I know I'm like my life's going to come to a devastating end, because I've eliminated guilt from my life. Right. I used to be somewhat athletic. I would go to the gym. I would eat a meal like that and I'd be like, oh, geez, all right, tomorrow we'll steam some broccoli. We'll grill some chicken on the George Foreman grill. We'll count our macros. Now I'm just like, I'll go home and not shave. How about that? Yeah. And not shower. How about that? And go to bed like that. Vanilla ice cream cone. Multicolored sprinkles on top. What is it about when you get to the bottom of an ice cream cone where you get that perfect ratio of ice cream to waffle cone? You understand? Because at the top it's ridiculous. It's all this ice cream. You get a bite of waffle cone here, you get a bite of waffle cone there. But when you get to the bottom, like 2/3 of the way to the bottom, and you're biting, when you can fit that whole cone in your mouth with the ice cream, and you're biting, and the ice cream is squirting down your throat. Ishka. Ishka. All right. Hey, you know what? Callahan's off tonight, guys. I'm out of caps. All right. You know what, guys? Pour another fucking drink for Callahan having the night off. Huh? Hey, listen, we go on calls when we're drinking. Why not? Back pain. Yeah, back pain. Where you coming? To my house? That's where you should be coming. It's nothing but back pain over here. You know what? You know why? Because I'm hauling these fucking speakers around for you guys. You're welcome. You're welcome. Guys, have you ever seen a rig like this in your life? Hold on. Let me clean the geriatric spit off the side of my mouth for you. Here we go. This is a rig and a half. Guys, look at this. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Let me tell you something right now. You want to know what drinking has done for me? I got loaded the other night. The wife is in the living room, you know, looking at her phone. The son's on the iPad. Everybody's completely tuned out from reality. I'm on my phone. I'm cruising on eBay. And I saw this right here. And I just started hitting purchase but I didn't even look at the price. I just said, I'm so in. I'm so in. Buddies, are you ready for this? Okay. What we have here is what a lot of people might call the essentials. Let's take a look. What are we doing here? Come on. Let's get the party started. Oh, yeah. Do you remember when you were young and the taste of hard liquor to you was like the worst thing that you could put in your mouth? And now it's the scary thing is it's like the most delicious thing you can have. Here we go. We'll take them out one by one in order. Oh my God. Guys, this is a blast of nostalgia like you can't even imagine on planet Earth. And here we go. We're going to go in order. We're going to go just like this. Oh, my ice. Okay, guys. Oh, oh my God. Guys, my first Iron Maiden tape was Number of the Beast. I still remember, I probably told the story a million times, but we're going to tell it again. How I got it on my birthday. My aunt bought it for me. And she bought my sister a Prince tape. Ooh. And on the way home, I said, can I play my tape? So she put it in a tape deck and Invaders came on. It was like Bruce Dickinson. Invaders! Raping! Invaders! Marauding! And my aunt was like, click! You want to play your Prince tape? And then she went home and had a discussion with my mother about how I shouldn't be listening to this music. And then my mother proceeded to sew a Killer's patch onto my denim jacket. Winning! Here we go. And then from there, Christmas time, that was October. Christmas time, I got Killers and Iron Maiden, the first and second album. So the first, second, and third album now. And the very next album I got after that was just getting into the springtime. You got to understand, there was no money. There was just no money. We're talking about, this is like a $13 tape at the time. $13, $14 tape. And you had to wait a long time to get it. So we're into spring now. From Christmas to spring. And I got Peace of Mind from TSS. Oh my God. And I got a little cassette radio, like a little tape player, little one like this. I got from she wasn't my aunt, friend of the family. You know how you got the friend of the family, you call them the aunt? And it was a little Emerson tape deck. And what I would do is you could record with it. So, oh my God, I would go around, I would record my farts. and then I'd play it in my little sister's ear, and she'd tear off screaming for my mother. Or I'd go in and I'd record the toilet flushing, and then I'd sneak in on my older sister while she was sleeping, and I'd play the toilet flush next to her ear. Yeah, baby. Burping, making little commercials into the silly little commercials, and I'd listen to it over and over again. That's me. It was just miraculous. Best gift I ever got in my life. A little tape recorder. I could hear myself. This is incredible. Anyhow. Record my sister. I teased my sister till she was screaming and record her. Oh my God. Anyhow, with that tape deck, with that little tape player, I took this tape out and I would put on my little headphones and I would ride around the block listening to Where Eagles Dare. And I listened to this tape over and over and over and over again until the goddamn tape just started wobbling. You know how tapes start wobbling over time, like the tape gets stretched out? I don't know what happens. The tape sounded horrendous. I listened to this album over and over and over again. The Trooper, but what really got me was Where Eagles Dare. And I think because I was too... Maybe if I turn this thing on... Something happened, didn't it? Something happened. Oh my God. Yes. Oh, okay. By the way, the switch on this Sansui, guys, I don't know if you can see this. You see this? I just apply the smallest amount of pressure. Oh. Such a good machine. Such a good machine. I love this machine. Anyhow. We knew something was going on the Peace of Mind album because Where Eagles Dare was basically the song that broke in Nico McBrain, right? That was the new drummer. This is the standard lineup. Bruce, Nico, Steve Harris, Dave Murray, Adrian Smith. Ba-bam. We're going to stick with these guys all the way up until what? Holy smoke. So this is like essential. What people think of Iron Maiden, it's very hard to get people into Iron Maiden because so many different things happened. But if you want the core band, it starts here. Yes. And something was different. The drumming was so much different. But what Nico came in with a bang with this drum intro to Where Eagles Dare, and it's so classic, man. And then he went on to play the same beat over and over again until up until now. It was like, first impressions mean everything, don't they, though? And this was our first impression to our new drummer. And one of the things I always wondered to myself is, how would the band have continued with Clive Burr? How would they have sounded? They would have sounded awesome with him. It would be so awesome to go back in time, keep Clive in the band, and then watch the band go in a whole different direction. And then when you get to the end now, unplug the time machine and say, this is Maiden with Clive and this is Maiden with Nico. And it's just two completely different sounds. Oh my God. Where's my time machine? Here we go, buddies. Oh, tape monitor. EMI, right? They always did that. EMI. Bruce! assault. This was an assault on the ears. You have any idea how hard that was back in, what are we talking about, 84? 83. Wade Boggs rookie card coming at you. I had Wade Boggs rookie card. I was walking around. 83, let's see, I was fucking do the math. I was 7 years old walking around with a $100 Wade Boggs rookie card in my hand. Oh yeah. Ball and Bithead 1000. Had a Don Mattingly rookie too. What about that? That was like a $60, $70 card. 82, right? Yep. Anyhow, that was Peace of Mind. And then, of course, we have the Trooper on there. Am I going to play the Trooper for you? No. It was Where Eagles Dare. And then Revelations. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Come on, buddies. What do you think? I'm not going to play Revelations for you? She came to me with a serpent's kiss as the eye of the sun rose on her lips. Moonlight catches silver tears I cry. Do-do-do-do-do-do. The eyes of the Nile, you'll see the river has me up. The eyes of the Nile are opening, you see. Da-da-da. Oh, come on. Let me tell you right now, Where Eagles Dare, that's a long song, buddies. Here it comes. Baby, the black abyss, no reason for a place like this. The walls of gold and souls crying out in pain. An easy way for the blind to go, a clever path for the fools who know the secret of the hangman. The smile of his face, the eyes of the blind. You'll see the rhythm tells my space. The eyes of the now are opening. You'll see. Los Angeles, can you hear me? She came to me with a serpent's kiss as the eye of the sun rose on her lips. Moonlight catches silver tears I cry. So we lay in a black embrace, and the city stood in a holy place. And I waited for the dawn. The lights of the blind. Come on! Out of my country. Is music like this lost? Is it lost? I don't know. I don't know, buddies. But of course, what was the very next album we got after Peace of Mind? And it went, you know what? Oh boy, oh boy. We did good, guys. We did good. Look at this. It went to Iron Maiden Powerslave. And as a boy, I remember being a little underwhelmed by the album cover. I remember being in Busy Bee Mall staring at the album like, oh man, I hope it's good, because the album cover is not as exciting as the other ones, let's face it. It's gorgeous artwork. And then when you look at it today, you're like, oh my God. But Powerslave, what a masterpiece. What a masterpiece. But now I graduated. What would happen now is I'd go out with Billy. I'd bring out my little tape recorder. And I think this is the only really ticket I had with Billy. Because I was kind of like in Billy's eyes, I was probably like a square. Because I wasn't murdering anybody. You know, but Billy was like, pot smoking, like he was having his way with women already. I mean, I was just a little shit. But I would tag along with Billy and we'd play my tape recorder and we'd play this album right here. And we'd go down to the bridge and Billy would have his chain on him. He was like a bad guy from Streets of Rage. He'd have a chain, or like Double Dragon. He'd have his chain on him. He'd tell me about how to how to bang broads, how to get to first, second, third base. Do you remember when those were talks? Third base. Ishka. Really? So innocent. Everybody's got internet porn now. But you don't understand. Kids didn't know anything back then. Like, they didn't know anything. You had to go into like an empty lot or something like that and find some porno some bum was beating off to and threw in the fucking lot next to an empty bottle of fucking Georgie vodka. You understand? Remember when you used to go in the empty lot, you'd find a porno magazine when you were a little kid? You're looking at it behind the cattail weeds, popping a fucking boner in your pants. You don't even know. You're so young, you don't even know what you're looking at. But you're popping a rod. It's something. There's something going on here. What is that beet red thing? I was like, what, are you kidding me? So I'd be like, and I was like the DJ. I'm like, wait till Billy gets a load of this. He's going to tell all the guys about me. Yeah, he's going to tell all the guys in the gang about me. Here we go. It's right at the part! It's right at the part! It was meant to be by God. I'll rewind it a little bit. This lead up right here was the most intense. If you listen to Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, this lead up to Bruce Dickinson's fucking wailing siren of a scream into some of the most fantastic guitar work you've ever heard in your life, and a rhythm section that just tramples like a stampede of bison. You heard it right, buddies. Oh yeah, Steve Harris on the bass. With hearty blessings that God's creatures, all of them too. Are you ready? I don't think you're ready. Then the spell starts to break. The albatross falls from his neck. Alright, give it to him, Bruce. Sinks down like lead into the sea. Bad down and falls. Comes out. you think it's over? It's just getting started. Here it comes. Oh, come on! Come on! I wipe the snot out of my nose here. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Powerslave. Yeah. World Slavery Tour. I had the poster on the wall. Yeah. I watched the video on MTV. I watched the concert live on MTV. Well, I had Rex recorded for me on VCR tape. And then I would watch the VCR tape until it broke. Yeah. World Slavery Tour. Amazing. Remember Eddie the big they had the big mummy out there over here. You got Bruce Dickinson running around with that hawk mask on. Are you kidding me? Fireballs coming out of the stage. And what did they do? Right. And that's right. And that was the Live After Death. Number one, the album cover. This is the album cover I saw on the back of that guy's denim jacket in TSS Mall. And I just sat there. I saw this guy's jacket, and it was like this on the back of the jacket. And I just sat there, and my jaw was like, whoop, bing, on the floor. I said, I can't, Abba. It was the most fantastic thing I've ever seen in my life. Yes, and then it came down to a live show. What are you going to say about this album? Nico saying motherfucker at the end of Revelations. Let's do it. That's all. I mean, it's a live show, guys. You know what? How I always felt about a live show? I was such a square, tight ass, an iron butt. Remember in sitcoms there was that old what do you even call that? Trope. They call somebody, if they were like a tight ass or a square, they call them an iron butt. Like, come on, sitcom. So lame. Anyhow. I never liked the live performances because I wanted to hear it exactly how the studio played. That's why I would have loved the Carpenters. And that's why I like the Carpenters. Because Karen Carpenter, what was her name? She wanted the live performance to be exactly like the studio recorded version. And she strove for perfection on it. And I admire that. I didn't like live performances until I started to listen to Led Zeppelin. And I realized, oh my God, guys can play it better in a live performance and add to it and make it sound incredible. But to be honest with you, I was never crazy about hearing Iron Maiden live. It didn't make sense to me. They were such a technical band, and they didn't veer off course on the live album. So why would I want to hear that live with deteriorated sound? I get it now. I didn't get it then. There you go, buddies. Oh, look at that. Well, that's a coincidence, huh? Oh, we just missed it. Listen, guys, we are good on the tape deck. I'm telling you right now. You talk and cue up a tape deck. Let me see you do it. Come on. We'll hear the end of Revelations, where I could swear to Christ, you hear Nico. He does a little ding 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 on the ride, and then he goes, "Motherfucker!" I think that's what he says. Yes. Yes. Come on, Nico. Let's see your potty mouth. That's right. And then Bruce says, and the moral of this story is what not to do when a bird shits on you. Huh? It is you. I know every ounce of the song. Right? Yeah, Nico. We know. We know. Now, you know who's saying motherfucker right now? Clive Burr. Yeah, he's at home in his wheelchair like, "Mo, you motherfucker! That was supposed to be me!" Can you imagine? Can you imagine once being like a rock star touring on the Number of the Beast tour, right? And then what do you do years later when your band's out fucking killing it, and you're sitting there like, "Huh, I used to be in that band." Like what? Oh shoot! Put a bullet in my head. Here we go. Right? Then you have to understand, they did Live After Death, and guys, oh my God. After Live After Death, we're heading into 1987 here. And by this time, Iron Maiden is a well-oiled machine. And they come up with this album right here. And this is a heavy metal album for the ages. I'm sorry. When I talk about my favorite Iron Maiden albums, I always have to think about Somewhere in Time. It could get, it changes from week to week, month to month, year to year. Like my favorite Iron Maiden stuff. Sometimes I go back to the Diano days. Sometimes I listen to a little Somewhere in Time. I mean, it goes all over the place. I can go everywhere with it. I've been listening to a little Fear of the Dark, second half of the album, thank you. We'll talk about that album one day. But Somewhere in Time, it was this number one, this album cover. Are you out of your fucking mind? Number one, Derek Riggs pulls off the greatest. This is the greatest Iron Maiden album cover I ever made. Can everybody agree on that one? It's so fucking intense. And this one I actually had the record for because I couldn't buy the tape. For some reason or another, I couldn't buy the tape, so I bought the record. Which is the only Iron Maiden record that I owned back in that day. It was all tape cassettes. So here we go. This is the first time I ever owned Somewhere in Time on tape. How about that? How about that? Yes. Somewhere in Time was so mechanical. Wasn't it so mechanical? Oh, it was just like this unstoppable force. This like again, I talk about that rhythm that galloping rhythm section that just didn't quit. It was just driving and driving. And guys, let me tell you something right now. When I think of Somewhere in Time, I think of some of the most beautiful guitar solos that you've ever heard. Right off the top of my head, Alexander the Great, The Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner, that solo. I mean, Dave Murray is just pulling it the fuck out on this album. Do you understand? But one of the great solos is on the very first song, Caught Somewhere in Time. We got a long way to rewind, buddies. Yes, and Stranger in the Strange Land? The solo on that? And this was at a time where I was very we had concerts coming into the area, Nassau Coliseum. You would see concert shirts around for Iron Maiden. I had tour books from neighbors and stuff like that. This was like, Iron Maiden was fucking touring, man. They were all over the place, and they were doing it every fucking year. They were swinging into town. We were getting flooded with Iron Maiden. These guys really knew how to work the road, man. Really impressive. Here we go. Where are we? If any soul can be, honestly, ha 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 ha, let yourself go. All right, come on. Okay, this is a classic example of, I always had a thing with Iron Maiden. I always thought Adrian Smith, when they did, Iron Maiden songs are all the same. The song, the intro, the song, the chorus, Bruce, ba ba ba, guitar solo, Adrian Smith first, Dave Murray second. I know. Don't tell me, I know. Okay. Adrian Smith comes in, he'll bore you to death. No, he's a great guitarist. But Dave Murray's my man. Dave Murray can take a song like Caught Somewhere in Time, which is like this real driving, like futuristic almost type of metal song, and then he can pump so much soul into that song with that Fender of his, right? He always played that black and white Fender that I love so much. Always had that beautiful sound. Here we go. Yes. Okay, Adrian. Come on, Adrian. At the end with a dive bomb. Dave Murray, hats off to Dave Murray. He was all over the place. He's over here, he's over there, he's doing this, he's doing that. Fantastic, guys, fantastic. Are we near? We're not even near Stranger in a Strange Land, are we? Guys, all right, what are we doing here? We got other things to get to. For Christ's sake, I'm looking at the time. We could do this all day. And here we go. Controversial album. Yes. The first time I heard this album right here, Seventh Son of the Seventh Son, I heard keyboards, I heard synthesizers. I don't know what the fuck. Somebody's hitting keys somewhere. That's all I need to know. And I was out. I was pissed. I was pissed, and I would sit there and I'd put that tape in my tape case and I would seethe. I'd look at it and like, hey, you motherfucker. And it took me a long time to pull it out and really give it a listen to. And it's not even until recently that I really listen to this album and really appreciate this album. You know? And what a fucking album, man. I mean, what are we going to do? The beginning of Moonchild for you? Yeah. It's like the beginning of Terminator, right? We're going to do the beginning of... It's strong. It's powerful. Seven deadly sins, 7 ways to win. There you go, EMI, thank you. A little frequency test. I never heard that on any other tapes. It was only Iron Maiden tapes.
7 deadly sins, 7 ways to win, 7 holy paths to hell again. 7 downward slopes, 7 bloodied hopes, 7 are your burning fires, 7 your desires.
Here we go. Talking about 89, 88, 89. What more do you need in your life? In your stinking, miserable life? You know how grandiose that is? I mean, stop your nonsense. Stop your nonsense already. You kidding me? I've passed the olive branch to that synthesizer. Okay? I got past it. I'm in. Play that fucking synthesizer now. I don't care if you wear it around your neck like some kind of Yahoo keyboard. Guitar. Like a keyboard guitar. Remember the first time you saw a keyboard guitar? I felt like taking that thing and smashing it over somebody's head. Ring your neck with the strap. Keyboard guitar. Guys, that brings us to, this was an interesting collection of tapes because it starts where Bruce and Nico start and it ends basically where I ended with Iron Maiden. And I believe the follow-up album, The Seventh Son of the Seventh Son, was this album right here, yes? Yes. And it was my last stop for Iron Maiden. I continued on after that. I heard Fear of the Dark. I got Brave New World, okay? Virtual whatever I wasn't in. This other Blaze Bailey guy, that guy to me, he was dead to me. I don't know who this clown is. I have no use for him whatsoever. But here we go. No Prayer for the Dying. Okay, and on this, we're treated to Janet Gers, the man that looks like Eddie himself. Okay? the guitar acrobat, the guy that likes to throw his guitar 20 feet in the air, spin it around, grab the cameras. I know, it's all about me, Janet Gers. Why don't you go hide behind an amplifier somewhere? Nobody cares. I'm here to see Dave Murray and Adrian Smith. I don't need another bonehead guitarist on stage. Janet Gers, and he would pull out those solos. Remember those solos that he would play? He's noodling, man. He's noodling. All right, I don't need the Yngwie Malmsteen in Iron Maiden. And this is where Iron Maiden got a little too big for their britches. They got a little too, a little too fat, if you want to say, with all this. There was too much glut with this Janet Gers guy hanging around. And his solos, remember his solos? They would almost sound like a keyboard sometimes because he was noodling so much. I wanted the soul of Dave Murray. You understand? You listen to a song like Prodigal Child, and you're like, oh my God, this guy is like, you can hear all his influences come out. The blues playing, the raw blues playing. Janet Gers, this guy is like, I don't know, he's a joke. Here we go. What are we going to play? The Assassin? You are the assassin! How does that song go? Forget that song. Run Silent, Run Deep, Hooks in You. Yeah, these were good songs. Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter. These are great songs. But what we're going to play is we're going to play a little Holy Smoke, right? Holy Smoke was where it's at. Holy smoke, holy smoke. Plenty bad preachers for the devil to stoke. Feed them in feet first. This is no joke. Make a dusty word. Beat it, beep, bop, boop. It was a song about bad preachers, right? It's a great song. It's one of the best written songs I think they've ever done. Jimmy the Reptile and all his friends say they're gonna be with you at the end. Burning records, burning books, holy soldiers, nasty looks, crocodile smiles. Just wait a while till the TV queen gets a makeup queen. Come on! Yes. Yes. This is a great song. So there we go. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Just a little piece of nostalgia for you. A really nice little piece of nostalgia for you. Let's bring down the tape deck. Oh. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Look at all the Iron Maiden tapes. Oh, I'm in love. I love this kind of thing. I just love it. I just love it. If you want to, you want to ask me what really makes me happy in life, Iron Maiden tapes, buddies. Yep. That want to fall out of their case. There we go, people. Come on. That's it. That's it. Guys. Do I gotta tell you that you just tuned into the greatest video game program in the history of human civilization? And you better believe that. With a 4K face! We'll see you next time.